Hi, good morning. So today is Sunday and I'm getting ready to go to church. I haven't had a shower yet, so just taking out my outfit for the day. And I hope it's going to be how I want to look for now. Is that it's a black um, jumpsuit and it's a velvet like jumpsuit, and I'm going to wear it with obviously black. Oh, I don't have brown shoes. I could have matched with the brown shoes, but I don't. So I'm just going to be wearing this. I'll see how it looks. So what's going to church for me is special. I want to look my best. There's no way I would look best going to work and look good going to church. No. I would rather look good going before the Lord and looking extremely smart. So this is how I want to look today. So I'll show you how it looks later on. Let me go have a shower and then I'll come and try. Belonging to a church is less about a religion as a ritual and more about alignment spiritually, socially, and behaviorally. It gives you a structure, it gives you people, it gives you guidance that are different to replicate independently. So if you say you believe in God, but you don't believe in church gatherings, there's a problem. You need people. In this life, there are certain times that you would want someone to speak on your behalf. Not your family member, not your friends, not those people who know you. People who don't know you, like your church members, like those friendships you've made from church. That's very important. Okay. So say for example in a funeral, your relatives, the ones that you think they are so close to you, they are important to you, they may not be able to stand up and start talking on your behalf or start organizing things. And simple things like even preparing food. Who can eat when people are coming to your funeral? You need people sometimes. Okay. You need people. One thing I've realized is that church family cannot be replaced. We're not saying that we need church family to help us in times of trouble. Even in times of joy, they're also part of it. You celebrate with them, you are with them when, especially hard times. I feel so sorry sometimes I'd say, I don't want to feel sorry for God, but for the men of God, women of God, because they're always being called for bad news. My child is not feeling well. Please come and help me. Please, Pastor, my husband, this. When there is fun, they rarely think about the church. Why? I don't know why. When they're celebrating good stuff, they don't think about the church. It's only the bad things. I think this has to stop. Anyway, since I came to the UK, I used to go to church and I took that as therapy for me. Every time I go to church, there's something that is lifted. If I'm struggling, if I'm having challenges, that word, every time I hear it, it stirs something in my spirit. It calms me down. It keeps me grounded. It keeps me awake and aligned to my calling. Okay? So I don't take church lightly. And when I'm going to church, I want to look my best because I'm just going before the Lord. Can you imagine? I'm going before the Most High God. So I have to try and look my best, the best part of me, the best version of me, the best version I can ever put on should be when I'm going to church. There's no way I would go to work to some other human being, my manager, my colleagues, to impress them. I don't impress the one who has created me. No. So that's how I see church, right? And there's one thing I've learned over the years because I've attended different churches in the UK. Zimbabwean churches, West African churches, people dress up. People take their time to wear nice things when they're going to church. They put themselves together. You can see that they put effort, and you actually feel bad. I never used to think that with church I have to look like that, but I changed. Now when I go to church, oh yeah, if I'm buying my clothes, I'm like, can I wear this to church? Where do I spend most of my time? Is it going out or going to church or going where people are? So I have to make sure I've got clothes that fit all those things. Okay, now I'm going back again to why we need church. You need people during life disruptions. I've already said this. Illnesses, divorce, loss, financial pressures. That's the reason why they want church, but that's not what is church for. It's for celebrations. I've said it. You need to celebrate with people. It also builds identity and belonging. Belonging. Humans are wired to affiliation. So church provides a shared identity, anchored in belief rather than status, income, or background. So a church, you're valued beyond external achievements. You're part of something integral. Okay, you develop sense of purpose. Okay, and the other thing again, it causes a growth. When the word of God is preached, that's why the word of God says, just come as you are, with all your bad habits. Or today the preacher will preach about gambling, the gambling will fall. Okay? So that rapping that is around you about gambling, it will fall off you. Tomorrow they'll talk about being consistent. If you're not consistent, that thing will fall. You become consistent. So every time the word of God is preached, you are kind of being cleaned. It's like layers of the onion. They remove that layer that is around you, that is preventing you from achieving what you're achieving. Okay? They preach again next week, another layer is taken off until the pure candy shows off. Is showing off. So that's why church, I don't take it lightly. There's so much that happens in church. It grounds my decision making. Clear moral boundaries. I have biblical guidance, even though I need that every single day to be reminded of the word of God, what it says about you. So, yeah, I will never think of doing anything without knowing what church I belong to. Very important to me. Okay, so I have to make sure every day of my life, if you ask me, which church do you go to? I have to be able to tell you that I belong to this church. Okay? I'm a church member. Okay? I belong there. But if you say you don't belong to a church, then that's very difficult. So, wow. The reason I've said this today is because you may be there, and because I receive a lot of people saying, Auntie, I'm so lonely. Belong to a church. Very important. Belong to a church. Because the church, you get to know people. Even that loneliness that you're saying, you start having your own friends as well from church. Some people got married in church because they're just there. There's someone who's single, because that's what I normally get in my inbox. Auntie, I'm so lonely, I'm single, divorce, and all those other things. Get there. Make friends. Okay? Friends that you meet, you go out with just for fun. Friends you go for window shopping with. Very important.